Getting down on my knees over here. Have some important business to talk about. And that is some gossip about my girlfriends. Now, one of them recently said to me, and I have to start off by saying something that I've been ignoring them, but not really, because I'm still talking to them through the videos. I haven't been checking my messages though, because it's just a little too intense. So I've been making up for it through these videos. Hopefully they're watching. One of them said to me, and this is just some gossip here, okay? I'm baby faced. I think she's probably in her 20s. She might not know I'm in my 30s because I'm baby faced, but my hair shows it. She said, "Oh, your hair is just, so silver." And I was like, I wish I could see it the same way as you, because I don't like it very much. But I had been wondering, is she validating herself through the fact that I'm older? And how jealous I would be that I never got to do that. I never got to validate myself through an older woman when I was in my 20s. Although I did, but it wasn't like that. I wasn't like thinking, oh, she's older and this validates me. I was just thinking she's hot and she happens to be older. And then there's this other girl who I like, and I haven't talked to her in an extra long time. And of course, I do wonder, and this goes for them too, this goes for everyone, if they're gang stalkers. But I don't let that break me. And here's the reason why. Okay, I don't let that destroy the innocence and the purity of love. For one, I think because if they are gang stalkers, they're actually so crazy that they actually still could possibly love me. I do think I've dated gang stalkers who have loved me genuinely. And they're just so mentally fucked up that they just don't even know what they're doing anyway. So I don't even take it as an insult. I do feel genuinely loved by some gang stalkers. And that's obviously a fantasy of being dominated. That's obviously right up my alley. Okay, and then second of all, when it comes to the part that does matter, when it's like, no, it's not just all about domination, but my real self wants to open up to you, and I think that you might be a fraud, and that really hurts me. Okay, again, people are totally messed up on every level, including emotionally, so someone could have insane contradictory realities where they love you and they think they're doing the best for you by torturing you. So I could feel genuinely loved there, but part of me wants to say, no, that's still not enough. I want to make sure, I want to know that the person who I'm with, who I love, is not actually a robot snake. Okay, if that level comes up, then I have to go to the point where you can't disappoint me, where I'm on monitor mode. Everything I think is in the sky for everyone to see, if that makes sense. Everything I say is monitored. Everything I think is monitored. I'm playing it openly, keeping myself accountable to my very best behavior, so that if someone is a robot snake, it's not my fault. And that might be a simplification, but it might be the absolute non-simplified, but as simple as possible kind of version of, you can't disappoint me if I'm trying my best. If I'm loving you truthfully without doubt in my heart, then you can't hurt me. If I'm not suspicious that you're cheating me, then you can't cheat me, because I'm going to get the experience of trusting you. And trusting you is the feeling that I personally like the best. It's actually giving me the feeling that I get to win if I have that feeling. It's the feeling of trusting someone. And right away, there appears to be a contradiction. Well, I have to trust you, and I also am thinking, but maybe you're a gang stalker. Yes, I'm aware. But, and this goes for, you know, everyone, and, you know, this could be used for me too, if you're in the same situation as me. So, totally forgetting what I'm talking about. I'm so sorry. Okay. I may have said it all. I mean, that may have been the point. But it's not the same. To mistrust someone is not the same as trusting them while knowing that they could be a fake. Okay, so it seems paradoxical, it seems contradictory, but it's not. I know that you could be a robot snake. I know you could be AI, but I'm going to trust you as if you're not AI, and I'm going to trust you fully, giving my best self, and that's the experience that I get to have my transformation from, like the transformational value of love is who you become when you love someone. Like, love isn't what you get, it's like what you give. And so I'm getting these signals. People are giving me these signals, and I have to take them as authentic signals. I know that they could be fake, but I'm taking them as authentic signals, and I'm giving back then. So they could be fake, but the conversion process is going to be real. The signals come in, they could be fake, but they could be real. I'm going to treat them like they're real, and then I'm going to give love back, and my love that I'm giving back is going to be real. And that process of getting something and then giving something back and doing it genuinely, that's the conversion process. That is the value of love. So I'm going to win that. I'm going to get that. I'm getting that by trusting. And it's not in the capacity of someone else to disappoint me. You can't send me a fake signal and then it's going to mess up it's not going to poison my system. Because when you send me a fake signal, I'm going to interpret it as a real signal. And then down the line, if I find out that it was a fake signal, in my conversion process, nothing will have went wrong. I'll say, oh, those are the people to pity. Those are the lost people. Those are the vagrants. They might be well dressed, but that's a vagrant right there. A king, a queen, an emperor, but they're a vagrant, all the same. Poor thing, lost soul. Can't help them. Just, smile and get a burrito or something, because you're not gonna, they're anyways, so that's kind of where I'm at with love. Now, why do I not check my messages? Does that have something to do with being insecure? Or am I a master and I am sending messages and I'm communicating on a deeper level through these videos? And by the time I say something in written text directly to someone, when I'm already talking to them through my videos, it's just not necessarily needed at all the times. And maybe there's times where there's an unspoken understanding that I'm not going to be saying hello to you specifically because I'm saying it through the video. I'm with you through this video, and this is just a more economic way of doing it. Perhaps some flowers take years to bloom, to blossom, and there's really not that much to say in a certain context, in a certain giving your opinion on something or asking what did you think of such and such event in the news. No, that's one way of looking at it. Maybe I'm just a nervous wreck. Okay, let's just look at it from the prosecutor's point of view. I'm a total nervous wreck. I hate myself inside, and the more I talk to you, the more you're going to realize it and you're going to dump me. Okay, that's the prosecuting side. Now, that does seem, even though it seems a true argument at some points, right now it seems kind of a little far-fetched. It seems a little bit far-fetched. I mean, I'm so diligently making effort to talk to the audience, including the girls I like right now, that it seems a little bit far-fetched to say that I'm just reclusive. And I don't think it's that unreasonable a stretch to say that the people I like would be watching this video, even though I don't always watch the videos of the people I like. And it would totally upset me if they didn't watch my videos, even though I don't watch their videos. Now, is that justified? Am I actually cooler than them? And it wouldn't make sense for me to watch their videos? And that the reason I like them is because they're physically hot and that they're cool enough that... But then why wouldn't I watch them if that's my whole reasoning, that they're physically hot? Why wouldn't I watch their videos anyway? Well, I think because I do have, only one of them has videos. I do have fear of them, really. That they're real, not that they're fake. But there's another person too. It's a similar feeling. It's not romantic, but there's this guy who I would sometimes watch, and it was like an event. Before I would watch his videos, I would think, when I watch this, something's about to change in my personality. Like, this guy has like voodoo power or something. Like, he's like a seriously impactful person in my life, and for me to just watch one of his videos like it ain't nothing, that's something. I have to mentally prepare for this. I would click off his videos because I couldn't handle it. It was good, but it brought too much responsibility to me. And that's how I feel sometimes with these girls. Like, it just brings too much responsibility to me. Because if you think about this, I'm in a room that's all gross. Now, it's not smelly in here, but except for I have a brownie on the ground, which I actually like the smell of. But all my cans are bubbly, so it's hygienic in here, but it's pretty gross. I mean, it's pretty gross in here. I've not stopped jacking off since I've been old enough to jack off. Never stopped. This is kind of difficult. This is a wasted life, you could say. You could say that's a wasted life. And then suddenly you have these girls who are worth changing your life for, worth not jacking off for. You want to get out of this room, don't you? You want to have a load big enough to be worth having sex for, don't you? Okay. But then you have to change everything. So it's not just you're gonna watch this girl's video. It's that, well, what if you have to change everything? You have to see what you're missing, and it's gonna shock you. It's gonna disturb you. And then you have to go through all the barriers. Well, what if she's fake? And what if she, okay, I did my conversion process. I worked it on my mind. Okay, let's just assume she's real. Now I have to actually change my life, because the entire trend of my life is to just sit around and do nothing all day, every day, year after year, just sleeping my life away. Really. That's just, that's just how it is. And then what? You're going to have some revelation. You're going to have hope. You're going to have hope that something is going to happen. Well, don't you know what happens when you hope for something? Haven't you ever hoped and you've went a little kooky when it didn't happen? Okay, don't you think you're going to have some kind of emotional breakdown? Let's just imagine this shithole that you live in as a safe space, and you don't even want to lose that. What if you get your hopes up and then you act a fool? You get depressed. This is in the back of your mind, of course. And you lose even this. Or this somehow gets refined even more, restricted even more. Something happens that's bad. In my case, I'm thinking I get cut off from welfare, and then I have to live purely off family charity, or if that's even possible, or I have to work or something. I have to, do something I don't want to do. And maybe that would be more likely to happen if I got my hopes up and then I became depressed and I was despondent and so maybe it's actually dangerous for me to get depressed. Yeah, that's kind of. I think I'm kind of going as fast as I can. I mean, I have watched them. I have watched the videos of the one person who has them, and I don't always mention it, but just because you're subscribed to me doesn't mean I don't watch your videos. If I haven't subscribed to you, maybe I have, maybe I don't necessarily subscribe to everyone I watch. But I mean, I've watched as much videos as I can. Oh, also, I could also not want to watch videos for fear of getting turned off. That's another reason. I have to totally put that one out there. I don't like watching videos of people because I'm afraid they're going to say something that's going to make me say, well, that's totally fake. You're totally lying right now. You're totally not even real. And, yeah, that's kind of a fear. Not too much. Also, it's kind of a fear, like, people are going to... This is kind of a big one for me. People are going to say things I don't agree with. And they believe those things. It's not a matter of dishonesty. It's just people are going to have opinions that I find absurd. And to recognize that we're a different species, that the male and the female are a different species, is kind of shocking. You think that we're the same species, but then you realize our opinions are so incompromisable, or I don't know what the word is. They can't go together. They're just so opposite that it's kind of like it's kind of like becoming straight. It's kind of like you're in the closet about being straight. Okay, like when you're gay, you get married to a woman to prove you're not gay. and you live in the closet. But then when you come out of the closet, you kind of go into being straight. Like, you come out of the gay closet and you go into the being straight closet. Like, by the time you realize you're gay, then that's when you're becoming straight. And then you go into the straight closet, but it's actually time to come out, and it's pretty scary in there because you're afraid that the people who you're attracted to are not of the same species of you, so you can't even understand them at all, and that's like totally dangerous. You don't even understand them at all, and but it comes back to that trust conversion process where, because you think you might get ripped off. You want to set an example. You want to be mean, actually. You want to shoot them before they can shoot you. Because, you're afraid that you're going to get taken advantage of. And you want to set an example that, hey, look, I'm the meanest. And no one. But really, you just are in the closet about being straight because it's just kind of scary to you. The way that you communicate with someone who's also not in the closet or in the straight closet, or like the way you communicate with someone who's not gay is totally different than what you've been taught in movies, and it's just kind of scary to talk to someone who you don't really who's a brand new species and you're attracted to them and who you're supposed to have a life with. Okay, that's expecting a lot. You're supposed to have a life with someone, and you're supposed to just get along, and that's kind of putting a lot of pressure on you. And they're of a completely different species, and so that I'd say that's a lot of pressure put on you. And then not to factor in all the gang stalking shit, all the millions and millions of bullshit. And you're just supposed to live like on a normal timeline, and by the time you're looking normal out here, when you're going through so much bullshit, and you can just be normal and just communicate like someone who's not having this done to them. My God, man. And that's kind of what love brings back too. You forget the bullshit. Sometimes you can just communicate like you're a normal person again. I don't feel it much, if I go out and if there's like a good looking waitress, for example. I'm already thinking, yeah, she's but something goes beyond my thinking too. I have a certain vibe that goes beyond my thinking, just like a pleasant to be with kind of vibe. Just enjoying the pleasantries of the moment. But in general, I don't know if it's pessimistic, but I see people as, of course they're bad. They're stupid. They're retarded. They're you can see their brain working. It's how they're thinking. They're thinking hurt and destroy and get everything I can and but make it like I'm the hero. Yeah, okay, fuck them all to death, but I'm the hero. Okay, got it. Got it. Fuck them all to death. I'm the hero. Okay, got it. Thanks. That's the wheel that's going on in their head. Okay, fuck them all to death, but I'm the victim. Okay, got it. I'm the victim, and I'm the hero, and I'm the savior, and fuck them all to death and take all their stuff. Okay, got it. Okay, yeah, fuck them all to death. Yeah, right to death, and I'm the hero, and I'm the victim, and I'm the savior, and I get to take all their stuff. Okay, got it. Totally got it. Thank you. And I get paid for it. Okay, good. Yes. Yes, that totally works. Totally works with my brain. Very happy to meet you. Hello, very happy to meet you. I've been told that I get to fuck you and take all your stuff, and I get to pretend like I'm the hero and you're the bad guy. That's gonna do a lot for me. Okay, I'm gonna feel like a big person. So, hello, how are you? I'm very happy to meet you. When this deal comes up, that I'm gonna get a little bit of money to fuck you over. I'm really gonna I'm gonna happily take it. Okay. I'm very happy to meet you. Very so happy. Thank you so much. Like, have you ever seen The Purge? You know, like they're actually thanking the victims. Like, thank you so much. Like, I'm actually so happy to meet you and to take everything from you. I'm so happy. Can you actually see that I'm genuinely happy to be doing this to you? You know, can you feel how happy I am to be doing this to you? Thank you. Thank you so much for allowing me this. I feel like I'm indebted to you, like almost like I'm taking something from you, from a value. You know, like I'm very like happy about you. Like, I'm so happy that you're here. Okay, I'm sure that you think that that means I love you, which I'm happy for you to think, because that helps me feel like a victim. It helps me feel like a savior. Helps me feel like a hero, which I am, in fact, if you didn't know. Okay, when I see a cute waitress, I know that that's what's going on in her brain. And I don't think maybe she really loves me. Gulp. she looked back. You know what that means? She looked back. You know, not exactly thinking that. Not exactly. Sorry, but I'm not exactly thinking that. Now, is that so depraved that it's a turn on? You know, is that so depraved? Would that be at least one of my fantasies? But yeah, she doesn't love anyone. She's using us all, dude. She doesn't even love herself. She's just pure sex. Just exploitation upon exploitation. There's nothing there. It's just a rub. She's just a rub. Dude, that girl, she's just a rub. She doesn't even love anything. When she takes advantage of me, I love that she doesn't like me. I love that she feels nothing towards me. Because somehow I kind of feel like that validates me. Like I'm actually nothing. Like I feel like I'm actually nothing too. And I want to be treated like I'm nothing too. And like only she knows the truth. Only she knows that I really don't think I'm anything at all. And only she treats me like that. She's the only one who doesn't respect me at all. She sees through it all. She's the snake, but the snake is the wisest animal of all. They see your vitals. When you're telling them, yipping and yapping about this and that, they're looking at your vitals. That's all she's looking at. Your precious story about your this and that. No, she's just looking at your jugular, dude. She's just rubbing it out. She's practicing. She's setting up. And that's what you like the best. You want to be treated objectifyingly as possible. You hate yourself so much that you wish you didn't exist. You want to be objectified maximum. You want to be totally objectified. Now, on the other side, we have people who are totally private. Okay, they're totally private. And you know, those people are just juiceless. Those are just the those people are just juiceless. Those people don't let other people's energy in. So there's some kind of trade-off here. On one side, you're totally just a snake. You're just the rub. Okay, the soul doesn't exist. It's just materialism, sex, chemical reactions, no awareness, no consciousness. You're just a thing. You're just a snake. And you're looking for the vitals. The soul doesn't exist. Personal realms don't exist. The inner dimension doesn't exist. It's all outer. Then the other side, you have introspection, not looking out. Isolation. But there you only have yourself. And if you really only have yourself, you wouldn't be afraid to have other people too. And you wouldn't decline to have other people too, because it's better to have other people. So if you really had yourself, you would open up to other people. And if you don't really have yourself, when you go into your isolation, you're probably repressing the snake. You're probably tired out of feeling like you have nothing private, and like you have nothing personal, and like you have nothing intimate, and like you have nothing of value, and like everything you've ever done is a waste, like your whole life is a waste, and like you don't even care if it ends because it sucks so much, but you're too scared to make it end, so you just live in a daze. You go over into the isolation zone, but you're actually still that snake. You're actually still that same snake. And you're just trying to push out the voices from everywhere except yourself, because you're trying to find yourself, because you have no self, and you miss yourself. Because when you don't have yourself, everything you do sucks. And so that isolation zone is actually the same as the snake zone. It's opposite sides of the same zone. But the zone really is that you don't have yourself. Because you've been traded away for your commodity, for your mechanisms. But you got to get yourself back too. You got to have your mechanisms too. I mean, you have to have some passion in life too. You have to have a material experience. So you find yourself, and that part shouldn't be looked over. That part shouldn't be taken for granted. You find yourself, and then you have experiences with the world. And how far out you can go is determined by how much you found yourself. If you really found yourself, then you can go far out and you don't lose yourself. And the experiences kind of pull you out of yourself. Like, they pull you to your periphery. Yourself is in the middle. And when you get drunk or you get loaded, you get in love, or you get stoned on money or something, that pulls you away from yourself towards the periphery. And, well, that's very beautiful. You don't want to be stuck at the periphery, and you don't want to be stuck in the middle of yourself. You want to be not stuck. You want to be able to move. Now, I think I'm not stuck. Pretty sure I'm not stuck. Am kind of nervous to check my messages, but I am talking about it, which is therapeutic. I am communicative. And so I think I might be meeting my halfway point. I have myself. I have my communication with the world. I think that might be okay. So I don't think I'm going to be beating up on myself today. As for some goals of the day, yeah, I do have some goals. Those kind of make me uncomfortable. But yeah, I do have some goals. The goals are to don't eat anything today, to drink maybe a little bit of water. The goals are feeling goals, okay? It's not like a benchmark of health. There's no benchmark of health, okay? No one's going to say, you didn't eat all day? Wow, that's a really huge benchmark. That's never going to happen. The goal of today is to be continuous in my emotional expansion. Okay, well, that's probably about it. So, thanks for talking.